Hello friends, in today's video we are continuing thrifting for gifting. I just can't stop the series. I think it's just the momentum is building and I just don't want to stop, but really I do have some things I want to look for. I want to finish a few baskets. I think I keep saying that, but you gotta just be patient, friends. Sometimes it takes multiple trips to the thrift store to find what you're looking for or what you'd like to find. And then I also have some other gift ideas I'd like to share, mixing new with old. So without further ado, let's get in there and go see what we can find. It's freezing, but I don't want to bring my jacket in there, so we're just gonna go for it. I just had to come back to the Goodwill before this thrifting for gifting series is over, so hopefully we can find some things I'm looking for. We're gonna hope for the best by going ahead and getting a cart. It would be awesome to find a couple more big baskets because I underestimated the size of the books I was gonna be finding, I guess, or using. So, ooh, what's this? I love the leather straps, and for $1, that could be something that we get. Okay, back to what I was saying. Oh my goodness, is this a heart shape? Ooh, that's a little bit... It's funny, I want a big basket, but this one might almost be too big. But I do have a good handful of things to put in there. It's a fun shape. This could work for some of my kitchen items. Just gotta inspect things a little closely. Like, I don't know if I love that, especially if I'm giving it as a gift. There's a couple larger ones. Ooh, I'm liking the looks of this one so far. Okay, I need to find a price for this one. Oh, there we go. $4. I think that could work. I love the size of this one for what I'm needing. I was trying to stay away from the baskets with handles because I feel like they're harder to style, but I just love the red of this one. And for $3, I think we'll take this one. Another idea instead of the baskets could be something like this, or I was finding some trays. So a wooden tray, and I'll show you one that I saw a second ago, but there are a lot here for that kind of thing. Oh, like here's another one. We could potentially, if it was a small enough book, or if this was a little bit larger, this would be really nice. Clean it up a little bit, could put your book and your gift, or just gift items and use this as your bag or what you're giving the gift in. I love this wooden recipe box. All these fun wooden pieces today. Phone messages. I love that green. Oh my gosh, look at this. I wish I could see what's behind the spoon and fork, but this is gorgeous and it's together. $3. So it looks like maybe some holly and acorns. It's actually very pretty. I don't have anyone in mind for this though. Okay, upon closer inspection, it looks like the tile is cracked, but what a fun find. Okay, so here's an example of what I was talking about. You could put some of your items, like some of those glass trays and things I found, or you could even style it with some wine glasses and a bottle, although that's going to be hard to carry, or give, I guess, but that's a good tray. I don't know, this one's not great, but just an example. Here's the one I saw that I was like, ooh, that could be styled nicely on a coffee table. So with your coffee table books and maybe like a candle or some coasters. See the price, $3. Just to make that vision right there. I think that would be a lovely gift. And here's another one right next to it with your little grape motif. Do again, a bottle of wine and some glasses, maybe like flat lay it in here, or some appetizers, hors d'oeuvres, dry goods. Possibilities are endless, and for $3, not a bad base. Oh no, what did you find? I found another one. And this one even has holiday theming going on. So honestly, I may use this. I think with a little bit of a cleanup, this could be perfect for some of my glass pieces and kitchen items. Yes, this has nothing to do with gifting, but look how pretty that is. Honestly, that would be a gift for myself. But I don't have anywhere to put this. I love this. Oh, I think this sign is talking about my house. Dear house, you're really very small. Just big enough for love, that's all. What a fun decor piece. A little sled. It's almost your size. Ooh, $9. I'm good. It's like a tiny little tea kettle. Oh, very ornate. Still see a lot of Christmas decor being put out. Like, what is this? Intriguing little dish. You know, I love finding these in the box too. Awesome. A sweet dish. $5. I don't need any more of these, but that's pretty. Some pretty red chargers. Brand new cards. Here's another cute sleigh decor. I think the 69 cents is for, oh, it's all these scarves. But I don't need this. Don't need to look. That's a cool sign. I see some goodies on this shelf. I love these wooden Santas, but I don't need another one. I have one. Let's come in to look at these plates here. The sticker's in the way, but that's cute. Oh, a little Lennox angel ornament. Actually, at this Goodwill, I just now remembered I found most of the vintage ornaments that I have, and I found them in boxes just like this. Wow, this whole thing $1. And these are all intact and look great. I was actually moving those out of the way because I liked the looks of this sign here. Toys, now with electricity, light and motion. Look at this awesome pile of stockings. I don't need any stockings though, but I was kind of wanting to get to the basket. But just from already I can tell it's probably not gonna work for my stuff because it's broken and my stuff is heavy. Don't want to be putting it in a broken basket. Ooh, these are fun. And there's 3 of them. Well, there's 4, but don't see the plate for that bottom one. Good gift ideas. Oh, look at this little tiny. This is so pretty. I saw that from afar. There's a lovely little plate. 69 cents. Wow. And we've got some other pretty little plates right next to it. All great prices. These are great trinket. Great for little trinkets. And I know I say that word a lot, but a good trinket dish. So get some new jewelry to go along with it, and you've got yourself a lovely gift to give. Oh, these little coasters, just like I was talking about. You could put those in with those trays. Looks like some kind of nice emblem. Oh, Lennox. So 4 of these for $5. Just love that gold. Got some goodies. I know you friends enjoy the thrill of the hunt, looking for those thrifted gems for our home just as much as I do. But I also appreciate having a trusted source for essential home decor pieces that are made with quality and ethically sourced materials. And that place is Quince. Thank you to Quince for partnering with me for today's video. I selected a few home decor pieces that I want to share with you, and I'm very excited to mix with some of the vintage pieces I've found recently. I am a sucker for cashmere, and they have cashmere galore on their website. And Quince is not just home decor, friends. It is also clothing, it's jewelry, gifts, so many different options on their website. And especially for this gifting season, you can find some really wonderful gift options. So everything with Quince is priced 50% less than what you'd find with similar brands. I have chosen some pillow covers. I love jewel tones, and these I just thought would look so lovely in my living room here. So my vintage rug is a Facebook Marketplace find, and it has this beautiful dark red, and on Quince's site they call this color Bordeaux. I can feel the quality in the material, and again, I love the colors. I love that Quince had a lot of great options when it came to colors, whether you're a neutral lover or somebody that is into styling with more color, as I am, and actually as I am both, as you can see. When I was opening the bag for one of these, something resonated with me, and it said inexpensive, expensive things. And I think that is such a great way to put it. We love quality. And just because you like quality things doesn't mean that you always want to pay top dollar for those pieces. I love that about Quince, that they work with top tier manufacturers, so they cut out the middlemen, and that's how they're able to offer exceptional quality like this and not have the markup that a lot of similar stores have. I've been aiming to bring some more blue into this space because it's one of my favorite colors, it's one of my husband's favorite colors, and I am all about the cozy vibes. So this texture is velvet, and to me, velvet and cashmere have to be some of the coziest quality materials that you can go for when you're styling your home. So things like pillows and blankets being in those textures, top tier cozy. I'd really love to tie in some of my vintage wool blanket that's over here. So some of those colors, some of the colors that are found in my vintage rug as well. Here's a look at this gorgeous color and material in the sunlight, and I am in love. We're not done finished with the couch styling yet because I couldn't resist the 100% grade A Mongolian cashmere, and I went for a blanket. There's something about cashmere, no matter how many times you feel it, it's amazing each and every time. I love that Quince has these 100% grade A Mongolian cashmere options. Because again, home decor is not all they have. They have a ton of clothing and accessory items, but especially when it comes to the clothing, your sweaters, your cardigans offered in cashmere, definitely something to check out. Thank you again, Quince, for partnering with me for today's video. Be sure to check out Quince for all of your luxury essentials at honest prices. Now let's get back to the video. Now that we've done our quick haul, I think it's time to get started on our arts and crafts so I can really wrap up a couple more of these baskets, and we are going to be using the trusty paint pens, and I'm going to be creating a little sign to go with the herb garden basket. Disclaimer, if your name rhymes with Mofia and you're my sister, please stop watching the video. But if you don't, that's okay. You're just going to see what one of your gifts this year is. If you guys remember, I thrifted this little wooden sign and it said, "Take the shot." I spray painted it green because I did intend for it to be a little sign for Sophia's herb garden. So that's what I'm working on here. I'm using my paint markers, very easy to write or do any kind of arts with. Much better to me than just using a paint and paintbrush, because when it comes to a paintbrush, I'm not a fan. But if it's a marker, I can totally do it. Unfortunately, with my daughter, quote unquote, helping me the last time I painted rocks, my white one was completely ruined, but I decided to go with silver. It showed up nicely and I thought it gave a nice little vintage look. I also plan to spray this with a clear coat so it will last. Another disclaimer for another sister. If you are a viola player and a sophomore in college, please stop watching or else you're going to see one of your gifts. I decided to take the liner out of the basket because I wanted to incorporate our beautiful Juicy Couture scarf that I thrifted and you saw in last week's video. After I clean the liner, I'm going to keep it just in case she wants to use that with the basket, and I'll just fold it underneath the scarf. I've had so much fun finding items for her basket. This was one of the first books I found. So the Sounds Delicious cookbook, and it is by the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, and they do it as a fundraiser. I'm not sure if they still do it, but back when that came out, it had also come with a CD that you would play the music and have it accompany some of the dishes or the meals that are in the cookbook. Such a fun idea. Unfortunately, the CD is no longer in the book, but I thought she would still appreciate the book because I know someday she can be a part of that orchestra. I really loved those votives when I found them, and to discover that they were made in the USA in our Cincinnati glass, which I need to look into, I thought was even more special. And really just bringing together all of these glass pieces and the red colors together, I'm just visually enjoying the look of this basket so much. If you've enjoyed these videos, be sure to leave a comment below to let me know or hit that like button on your way out. Creating these baskets is seriously one of the most fun, thrifty things I've done in a long time, and I have enjoyed you being here for the journey. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.